Have you ever wanted to create a separate email address that didn't clog up your inbox? Today we're going to learn how to create a shared email box that you can use at this time with no extra licensing from Microsoft, but you can also provide access to other people in your team to manage this email box. So a shared email box, again, is a actual email box, can send and receive emails, but it's separate from your inbox. So what you need to do, we're going to go log into our Microsoft portal, portal.office.com. And when we get in here, going to log in. And once we get logged in, we are going to go over to the admin section, which on the left-hand side down here at the bottom, this little gray box with the A in it. If you don't have access to this, click on the little 9 box here, or the waffle, whatever you call it, and you can find your admin icon right here. So either way, get you there. Click on this. And once you get to your admin screen, excuse me, you can easily get to the shared mailbox settings under the group tab over here on the left-hand side. So we are going to expand this tab, and you're going to see shared mailboxes right here. So we're going to click on shared mailboxes. And you can see I have a whole host of shared email boxes here. And all you have to do to create a new email box that's shared, that's separate from your account, is just click on Add a Shared Mailbox, and you can type it for whatever. So you can create a support at your domain, service, fax, messages, COI, whatever you want to create the shared email box name. A lot of businesses use info at or hello at for prospects that hit their website until they know who they're dealing with. Also use apply at for applications from people trying to get a job at your location. Shared email boxes can be used for anything. So in this situation, I'm just going to create a COI email box. I'm going to type COI here and then COI down here. If you have the drop down over here because you have multiple domain names, you can assign it to the domain name that you want. You can go back and add the alias so it works across all your domain names, and I'll have an alias video, so make sure you check that out if you need that information on how to set that up. But in the meantime, all you got to do is type in whatever you want here to make your shared email box and then click Save Changes. Now Microsoft's going to go in the background and establish this shared mailbox, and remember, it will receive and or send emails. So once it's set up, it will say your shared mailbox was created, and the next step that you need to do is click Add Members to your shared mailbox. So I'm going to click on this, and here's where we can add anybody on the team, give them access to check the emails, to send as on behalf of this shared mailbox. You just click Add Members here, and then you can select the ones that you want to receive or have access to this shared mailbox. So I'm going to just select a couple. Make sure you select yourself if you want to see it, and then click Save. And now Microsoft has added those members to your shared mailbox, so they have access to it. Says right there, it might take up to 60 minutes. Generally, it's pretty fast that they get access to it, but they should be able to see it populate in their as an email box inside of their shared email account inside of Outlook on their desktop or online as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Close here, and then back in your general shared boxes here as well, all you have to do is click on the shared email box itself, and it'll open up your settings panel. So you can come over here and you can add and remove members. One thing I like to do is I like to turn on copy the sent emails to the shared box, so that way it has a sent folder. Anybody who has authority to send an email with this email address, it will save a copy of it for you. So from an admin standpoint, I like to see what kind of emails are going out from my emails, or if you have situation where you need to track down and you're not matching it to your agency management system, it's a good way to go in and see what messages were sent to who. Email forwarding, you can have this box for all emails received to automatically forward to a different email box. I've only used this once or twice for shared email boxes because for a couple reasons. A shared email box, once you give more than one person access to it, anybody who touches that email and marks it as read or completed that has been dealt with, it syncs that information to everybody's box. So the dangerous part is if somebody marks it as read but it doesn't get dealt with or doesn't get tasked or attached to the management system, everybody else's email box will show it as read and it may slip through the cracks. So just make sure if you're using shared mailboxes, you make it very clear. If you touch the email, you deal with it. You attach it to the management system, you mark it as done, do whatever the task requires, because that is a dangerous piece to the shared mailboxes. But it's great because everybody can pick up and help and claim tasks as well. Automatic replies, I use for a few of them. I don't use it for all of my shared boxes. A lot of times this is good for, sometimes people use it for the support email box or service where you want the client to receive a confirmation that you received their email. So that would just be if they're emailing it direct. We don't use it a lot because we try to tackle things as quickly as possible, so that way we can send them confirmation things were done instead of, hey, we got your message, we'll get to it type of situation. I said I was going to do an alias email earlier, or alias video, apologize, but you can add an alias right here, real simple, click in there, add whatever alias you want. So if it's, a lot of times I use that for situations where people misspell the email address. So if some people put COI, other people put COIs with an S, or EOI because it has to do with home instead of business, you can add EOI as an alias, so that way if they get it mixed up, it will all still dump in and act like an email box for that alias. Outside of that, those are generally the settings that we have. So we were able to walk through, add a shared mailbox, add, and now you know how to remove members from it. So as you gain and lose or reassign different responsibilities in your agency, you can add and remove members so that they have access to the proper mailboxes. And if you need to delete it, it's just the same process. But generally I say if you have something, go ahead and just keep it there. Right now it doesn't cost anything extra for these shared mailboxes, which is why we have so many of them. But it's also a great way to segment emails. And I'm going to have other tips and tricks surrounding this, but now you're able to create your shared mailboxes. Hopefully that helps. Make sure that if you have any questions, you put them down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already to make sure you get notified every time we release a tip or trick. And let us know if there's anything else that you want to learn, because I'm more than happy to share the knowledge. Thanks.